What's up, demons and demonettes? Tis I, Atraxi, Demon Queen, and today we're going to check out The Ways of Intrigue, a character trailer. But before we get into all of that, as always, toss a like and subscribe down below. So here we have it, the Arrest Port, a haven for villains and secrets, Ways of Intrigue, a character trailer. Now we're going to see all of the new characters that they've already teased, right? So your Nara and your Sinbad. The only one we won't see is Dun Liger. But we're gonna get some other characters. I'm gonna speculate on who might be an NPC and who might be an actual hero that we can recruit. So there's some teasers, so we're just kinda gonna go through it and pause it when we need to. Alright, so here we have Sonya. Here we have the big boss. And then here we have this guy with the title belt over here. WWE champion, who knows? But my guess is either he will be an NPC in the story, or he could potentially be a hero to come. I don't know anything about this character yet, because they didn't really tell us too much in Pioneer, but this is definitely Sonya, so let's keep going. Alright, so here we go. We have the hammer. Oh boy, it's like, I can't, alright, so there we go, right, that hammer. Now, there is a dwarf character, he does have a hammer, so I think they're kind of like teasing him here. But yeah, it didn't really show us too much of it, other than maybe, you know, somebody's forging something. And my guess is that that's going to be the dwarf, and we'll see him at the end of the trailer. So those are just dead tide mobs. Alright, so this is Hodgkin. He's a Graveborn tank, so we may see him at some point later in the season. This is, I don't know who this is, but she was kind of like on the key art for the Dark Tide heroes. Noniam hasn't been in the story yet. A potential archer or marksman. So, potentially, we may finally actually get a banner that's a marksman hero, since we haven't gotten any of those. But, I mean, Hodgkin, now, he's a tank in Arena. There's always the possibility that they could switch him up, as they have switched others, right? Brutus was a tank, they made him a warrior. Nara was a warrior, they made her a rogue. So, there's always the potential for heroes' classes to get changed up from game to game. But, without further ado... Alright, so that was just Sinbad. We already know about Sinbad. You could check out my hero review for Sinbad. He is someone I think he's going to be big in Dream Realm. Pretty endless, but without further ado, let's kind of get into it. Alright, there's Jinx. I'm sorry. I mean, that's Nara. I just get her confused with Jinx, because she has very Jinx vibes. But that's Nara. She's another one of the new heroes. She's going to be the first banner, it looks like. She's a very nice hero for Supreme Arena. She's going to be a very nice tool in the kit to have. Yeah. So let's keep going. Alright, so that's just Hodgkin's. With our legendary relic, the dead tide fleet will be the victors. Alright, so here we have, and go back a second or two. So we have this guy with the rifle in the eye patch. Now, here's a potential another marksman hero. Again, we haven't seen him in the story. He could be just another NPC, right? We've had those before, like Lorson, although they did tease that we're potentially getting a Lorson as a banner this season. So not every NPC is going to be a banner hero right away, but it's someone that could be a banner hero in the future. Right, and there's Jinx. I mean, there's Nara. Just kind of like showcasing her skill a little bit. Right, so this is the guy who was like the big muscly guy that we saw earlier. Right, oh, that's a bad shot. But, yeah, he's, like I said, he's potentially going to be another hero. Again, we're not going to get everybody right away, so he could be in the future. Maybe he could potentially be a warrior. So let's go back here. So that's Nara. We can go frame by frame. That's a Viperian, so I guess maybe he's going to be a part of the story. He's already a hero. We already have him. And then this is just teasing right them when they were kids. So that's just Sonya and Nara when they were kids. So we'll just kind of get back to it.
Now you'll never forget me, Sonya.
So here we have the announcement, right? Explore the new season comes the 19th. The day after, it looks like we're gonna get our first banner hero, right? So that's when we'll get Nara, and we'll pull for her. Probably that day. I think we'll probably pull for her right away. I don't know if I'll really get to showcase her because I think she's best in Supreme Arena. Maybe we'll get to test her out in regular arena a little bit there. If you haven't seen anything on her there. As I said, see, we have the dwarf here, right? He's got the hammer. They teased the hammer in the trailer. My guess is, right, all four of these characters are coming eventually, right? So we already know we're getting Sinbad. Sonja, we know, is going to be part of the story, and she already had her model data mined way back. Hodgkins is a hero in Arena, and the dwarf we don't really know anything about other than he is a dwarf, and he has a hammer. My guess is potentially some sort of support hero. Sonya is probably, I mean, at the rate they're pumping out rogues, she's probably going to be a rogue. Could be some sort of warrior. Off chance she's a tank, but my guess is rogue. And then Hodgkins is probably either going to be a tank or a warrior. But yeah, so I'm kind of excited. At least Sinbad, I think, is going to be... I'm slowly coming around on this character. He's starting to look good in pre-endless in certain fights for replacing Raynor when, like, you're going more melee heavy, which seems to be the trend. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, we could run the trailer out, but it's just, as you can see, it's just the still here. And that's it. I will catch you all in the next one, and I hope you enjoy the new heroes as much as I'm going to. Laters!